You're still kind of in school. You're 16, so...
I do one-on-one online school.
Got it. And then are you going to Bama still?
No, sadly.
No, you're not going to Bama?
Just, I was still planning on going, but with traveling back and forth, which I would have to a lot, it just wasn't worth it because then I'd have to quarantine and then I would be putting people at school in danger and people at my home in danger, so it was just easier if I stayed home.
Is college like on the back burner for now?
I think so, but I do want to go to school. I want to go to college, but maybe here.
So much attention has been on Charlie for a long time, and then when Dixie's music video and song was released, like, did you guys see a shift in the family dynamics at all? I mean, she was like beating Kanye and Travis Scott.
I think it was awesome because, first of all, I didn't have to do anything while she was working on her music, and I was just happy to just lay in my bed and watch TV for days. And it was like everyone got to see Dixie's more than just someone who tries to do TikTok dancing. She can sing, and she's athletic, and she's talented, and she's cool. I think you were happy about it because you didn't have to work. Like, there were days I would work all day and Charlie wouldn't do anything. I was like, how do you have all these followers and you're laying in bed all day? It was great.
Charlie, do you look up to Dixie?
In a lot of ways. I remember, like, when I was younger, I don't know if I can say this, but like people used to say that I was the ugly sister or I was the fat sister. Like that's what people would say to me. And I always wanted to be like just like Dixie because she always seemed like she was so happy and she had so many friends, and like at this point in our lives, like we weren't that close. So we didn't talk often, and we especially didn't talk about our feelings. And then once we started going to high school together and we drove to school together every day, we just got to like talk and talk about everything, and I feel like I was able to learn so much about her and so much about who she is and be able to look up to her even more.
When it comes to your little sister, she's the most followed people on planet Earth, but she's still your little sister. Does she act like a little sister?
Yes. I find her very annoying sometimes, but I do look up to her because she handles everything very well, because I know when I was 15, I would not be able to do anything that she's doing. Well, 16 now. But still, I wouldn't, like, you do a lot for your age, and I think that's really cool.
It's really cool to see my daughters have such an incredible impact on so many kids, and also parents. I mean, that's really cool too, when the parents come up and say, you know, my daughter follows you, but we follow your whole family, and we love what you're doing, and it's just great that we're making a positive impact, and it's great that my daughters are making a positive impact with so many people.
What have you seen your dad do since this whole crazy TikTok thing that's made you proud?
I think there's a lot of things that he does that makes me extremely proud to say that he's my dad, because no matter what, he's always the first person to think about other people. And yeah, we can do this, but how can we help other people?
Dixie, what do you see in your mom?
I see a lot. I think she, like, knowing where she grew up, it's not a big thing to move out of your state. And she made a very big jump to move to New York when she was young. And I think that's what has made all of this so easy, and them trusting us to make big jumps in our lives by switching to online school or moving out to LA or coming out to LA on their own, because she's done that. And I'm just grateful how supportive her and my dad were with everything. Like, even not just with TikTok, but with everything we've ever done, they're always letting us try things out.
And watching Charlie kind of follow in your footsteps as a dancer, I mean, you know a little bit about that. What's it like seeing her grow up?
Here I go again. She's the kid that's always in the back of the class. Hey, Charlie, go in the front so you can see. No. She's confident, but, you know, everybody has their insecurities. I think even the best dancers have things about them that is tough, and it's hard to work through that, but she uses dance to get through her emotions. So to see people on these apps say she's not a real dancer, I don't care how technically amazing you are. You put the work in and you grow, you're a good dancer. That's it.
Now, on Twitter, a lot of your guys' fans have questions. I think one of the first ones I saw was, who is the most dramatic? No contest?
No.
Who loves the spotlight?
Me?
Well, like, you don't love it, you're just good at it.
Yes, you're good
You're
at
the
it.
best at it.
He
And-
gets embarrassed by it.
Who hates the spotlight the most? Really?
And oh,
Wait, and Charlie?
she really hates it.
She
I'm
does?
like, oh, I'll just sit in the back.
I don't like stepping out of my comfort zone, and this is so out of my comfort zone, and sometimes I just want to be like back at my home studio and like just dancing and competing and doing all the normal things, but then it's like I also love all this stuff, so I go back and forth. But ultimately, like, I'm super happy and appreciative for everything that.
I think we're both pretty good at it. Just because we're so
Yeah,
good
they're
with the
really
flow.
good.
Right.
Like, I like fast-moving things,
Like
and
structure and schedules,
yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
planners.
What have you liked the most about all the changes that you guys have been going through?
I think we've just gotten closer. That's what I really
time.
like.
Wait,
Together.
I'm sorry. The thing that you like the most about being famous is that you're closer as a family?
Yeah, it's like we know we can rely on each other for anything, and we have each other's backs no matter what. And it's like, no matter, like, friends sometimes come and go, and like, people come and go, but like, you have your family with you forever, and especially with like us, we got even closer than we were before, which I didn't even think was possible.
And we've all like matured. The internet treats us like adults. Our parents are treating us like that, so I feel like it's made our relationship a lot better.
But
We're
then
like,
we can also like still be kids.
yeah.
You probably paid them to say that the thing that brought you guys all together is.
No, but it makes things so much easier because I look at the kids who move out here and I'm like, I say this all the time. Like if I'm ever somewhere and I see someone, I'm like, I'm so glad I live with my parents. Because I just know if I came out here by myself, like I could just easily be influenced by stuff. I mean, my parents raised me well, but LA is a very tricky place and people get sucked in. But being around my parents and my family keeps me so grounded
Like, we
and
still sleep home. We still like tell our parents if we're leaving.
Yeah.
It's like
Do you guys like that?
yeah. I
Really?
mean,
keeps us like sane and normal.
You've never snuck out?
what? Once. What? To go to a girl's house to hang out with two people, and I got grounded for a month and never did it again.
When was this?
I don't remember
What,
it
what
being
about
a
what about post famous? You've never snuck out post famous?
I want to do it once.
You want to? You're gonna.
I just want to do it once.
What's the one thing you guys miss the most about life before this?
Going out and looking bad.
You do that.
Yeah, but like now people take pictures and I feel embarrassed after.
I miss school, like high school. I mean, obviously no one gets to do that right now, but I loved going to school and seeing people every day, so.
How about you, Mark? Do you miss anything from before?
I look at it as just an adventure. So, and we can always go back. At my age, I'm excited about like this whole thing. And fame aside, business aside, it's just cool, man. It's like a lot of people don't all of a sudden get to we lived in my hometown where I grew up, and Heidi and I were talking about maybe sometime moving. Where are we going to retire? And then boom, all of a sudden we're plucked out of. So there's not much I miss yet, and it's also kind of new. Like we'll see a year from now or 2 years from now when we're not in Connecticut as much, or not in Connecticut at all, or New York as much, what we miss. So
You said we could always go back. Have you ever thought about just going back?
yeah,
Just pulling the plug on the whole thing?
I mean we've talked.
Oh my god.
You guys are laughing.
Every time, okay, we just got over this. It's a joke now. But every time we would be like, complain about a little thing, he'd be like, then we'll move back to Connecticut
It's
right
okay,
now.
delete the app. It's fine. Delete your account.
But we just got over that, and we were like, Dad, you go 0 to 100, and you need to stop. He's like, yeah. He's like, now it's a joke, and he's like, because we can't really move back to Connecticut. He's like, we're going to Arkansas.
Well, if things got crazy, if you decided that this was too much, would you guys be okay with just going back to how it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
sure.
how we did it before.
I mean, I feel like it would be hard
We had
for
a
a
good
couple
life
years,
before.
but
Yeah.
Is there still an adventure that you guys want to do? Something? I mean, Charlie, you said that you wanted to be a backup dancer for J-Lo, and I'm pretty sure you're homies with J-Lo now, so what's next on the bucket list?
To go to Bora Bora and be friends with Megan Thee Stallion.
Anything on your bucket list?
I miss the garden. The garden. I miss that.
On your bucket list is just having a
I
garden.
just want to, I want to get good at it. I feel like I have some work to do, but that and
Wait,
then
hold on.
traveling.
You guys have like ungodly amounts of money now, and you can do all kinds of stuff, and you just want a garden?
It's so fun. It's hard, and I'm not great at it, so I want to get better. So that and traveling.
One of the things that people see on your account and on the D'Amelio family account that makes you like feel like everybody knows you guys is those videos of like Charlie sitting on your lap as like a 5-year-old, or Dixie like running or doing motocross. Like, do you miss those days?
Yeah, I mean, there's part of it, like every part of the life is of like when they were toddlers, that was cool, right? But then when they started to be able to, when they started to have personalities, that was cool. So, and it's great. Like sometimes one of the coolest things about this whole ride with TikTok is digging up those old videos. And actually, like I remember them like they were yesterday, but Charlie doesn't remember them because she was so young. So the fact that we have them to say, you know, and Heidi always say, oh my God, you and your dad used to do this, or you and your dad used to do that. And she was 15, and you know, most 15-year-olds don't want anything to do with their dad at that point, and then they come back around later. But so I don't miss them, I cherish them.
Can anything break up the D'Amelio family,
No.
you think?
No.
We would walk away from this before that happened, for sure.